Yes, good afternoon, sir. I seek permission from director, sir, to start the program.
Good afternoon, everyone present over here. I have just observed last day's session. It was excellent, and I hope that today also it will be very knowledgeable session. Anupriya, madam, you are allowed to start the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. A very good afternoon to everyone. Respected Chief Patron, Sri Tarseem Singh, sir, President of GGS, our Patron, Sri S.P. Singh, sir, Honorable Secretary of GGS, Principal Convener and Director, Dr. Priyadarshi Jarwar, sir, Convener of this program, Professor Vikas Gosal, sir, Coordinator, Professor Sapan Dutta, sir, Administrative Officer, Professor Prahlavi Prasad, ma'am, all faculty members, staffs, and my dear students. I, Professor Anupriya of BS&H Department, I heartily welcome you all in this 3-day online program on Awareness-cum-Training program regarding several academic themes of AICTE Qualitative Initiative from 27 to 29, organized by GGSESTC under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and Shresh Bharat, Ek Bharat. And today is the second day of the session. We have speaker with us, Dr. A.P. Burnwal, sir, for NSS, Professor Bhaskara, sir, for Yukti 2.0, Professor Associate Professor Dr. Rajeev, sir, for 6 Sigma, and Professor Sapan Dutta, sir, for 5G methodology. So now I request Professor Apurva, ma'am, to play a Saraswati Vandana. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Jayanti, ma'am, to continue with the next session.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all of you. I am Jayanti from AAA Department of GGSESTC. Now I request Associate Professor Dr. A.P. Burnwal, sir, to share his thoughts on NSS.
Thank you, Professor Jayanti. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sound is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
A very good afternoon to all participating in this 3-day online awareness-cum-training program regarding several academic schemes of AICTE Quality Initiative. Respected Chief Patron, Honorable Sri Tarseem Singh, sir, Patron Honorable Sri S.P. Singh, sir, Honorable Director GGSESTC, Chief Convener of the program, Professor Dr. Priyadarshi Jarwar, sir, Convener Professor Dr. Vikas Gosal, sir, coordinator Professor Sapan Dutta sir, Professor Anupriya, Professor Apurva, Professor Jayanti, all heads, faculty members, distinguished participants, and students. Myself is Dr. A.P. Burnwal, Head Basic Science Humanity. Another author is Professor Susma Kumari. At first, I thank to Director Sir for giving me an opportunity for this presentation. This presentation is related to about NSS, motto of NSS, NSS roles and responsibilities, duties of NSS volunteers, regular activities by NSS volunteers of GGSESTC, and NSS award and its objective. The National Service Scheme is a central sector scheme of Government of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. It provides opportunity to the student youth of 11th and 12th class of schools at +2 board level and a student youth of technical institution. Graduate and postgraduate at college and university level of India to take part in various government-led community service activities and programs. The sole aim of the NSS is to provide hands-on experience to young students in delivering community service. This scheme was launched in centenary year of Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi on 24 September by Union Education Minister, Government of India, B.K.R.V. Rao. Since inception of the NSS in the year 1969, the number of students strength increased from 40,000 to all over 3.8 million up to the end of March 2018. Students in various universities, colleges, and institutions of higher learning have volunteered to take part in various community service programs. Day by day, number of volunteers is increasing. NSS logo. The NSS symbol is embossed on NSS badge. NSS volunteers wear it while undertaking various community programs of community service. There are 24 wheels in the Rath of Sun Temple of Konark. Each wheel has 8 bars, which represents 8 pahars of day. Hence, the badge reminds the wearer to be in the readiness for service of the nation round the clock, that is for 24 hours or 8 hours. The red color in badge indicates that the NSS volunteers are full of blood, that is lively, active, spirited. The navy blue color indicates the cosmos of which the NSS is a teeny part, ready to contribute its share for the welfare of mankind. Motto of NSS. The motto of NSS, the motto of National Service Scheme is not me but you. This expresses the essence of democratic living and upholds the need for selfless service and appreciation of the other man's point of view, and also to show consideration for fellow human beings. It underlines that the welfare of an individual is ultimately dependent on the welfare of society as a whole. Therefore, it should be the aim of the NSS to demonstrate this motto in its day-to-day program. NSS roles and responsibilities. Aim of NSS, development of the personality of students through community service. Objectives of NSS, these are following: to work with or among people, to engage in creative and constructive social action, to enhance his or her knowledge of himself or herself and the community, to put his or her scholarship to practical use in mitigating at least some of the problems, to gain a skill in the exercise of democratic leadership, to gain a skills in program development to enable him or her for self-employment, to bridge the gulf between the educated and the uneducated masses, to promote the will to serve the weaker section of the community. Education through service is the purpose of NSS. The ideological orientation of NSS is inspired by ideas of M.K. Gandhi. NSS volunteers. Any student enrolled as NSS volunteer should put in at least 120 hours of social work in a year for continuous period of 2 years. That is 240 hours in 2 years on different programs other than a special camps. He should participate fully in the NSS programs and should be fully conversant with the objective of NSS. Out of the 120 hours of service which each student volunteer is expected to put in a year, at least 20 should be utilized in the first year for pre-placement orientation program. Duties of NSS volunteers: to establish rapport with the people in the project area, identify needs, problems, and resources of the community, plan programs and carry out the plans, relate his learning and experience towards finding solutions to the problems identified, record the activities in his work diary thematically and assess the progress periodically, and effect changes as and when needed. The NSS volunteers are performing the role of mediator between the education system and the community, which is helpful for the nation building. Code of conduct of NSS volunteers. All volunteers shall work under the guidance of the group leader nominated by the program officer. They shall make themselves worthy of the confidence and cooperation of the group community leadership. They shall scrupulously avoid entering into any controversial issues. They shall keep day-to-day record of their activities, experience in the enclosing pages of the diary, and submit to the group leader, program officer for periodic guidance. It is obligatory on the part of every volunteer to wear the NSS badge while on work. Recent scheme of government. There are many schemes. NSS volunteers participate in these programs. Regular activities by NSS volunteers. Village visit to aware people about cleanliness in Prabhat Ferry. Blood donation camp on health awareness. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. 75th Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Voter awareness program. Tree plantation. Make plastic free country awareness. Many more programs. National Service Scheme Award. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India had instituted the National Service Scheme Award to recognize the voluntary service rendered by NSS volunteers, program officers, NSS units, and university or senior secondary council. These awards were instituted in the year 1993 to 1994. Since then, these awards are given every year at various levels. Objectives of NSS awards: to recognize outstanding contribution by NSS volunteers, NSS program officers, to recognize outstanding contribution by NSS volunteers, NSS program officers, and the program coordinators in community service, to encourage young NSS assistant volunteers to develop their personality through community service, to encourage the program officers and the program coordinators of NSS for getting the needs of NSS through NSS volunteers, to motivate NSS volunteers for continuing their selfless service towards community work. These are various programs in which NSS volunteers of GGSESTC participated. So there are many programs like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Har Ghar Tiranga, Tiranga Yatra, cycle rally, cycle Jhanda rally, like that. So these are various programs. Here we see the figure where NSS volunteer is getting the national award from President of India. So this is a motivating sign for NSS volunteers may receive the same if they do their duty for society. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Jayanti. This is my presentation.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such a valuable information regarding National Service Scheme. Now I request our second speaker for this session, Professor Bhaskara sir, for kindly sharing their view on Yukti 2.0. Bhaskara sir?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
Hello.
are audible.
Okay, ma'am. So, good afternoon to each and everyone present on this dais. I, Mr. Bhaskara Nand, presenting on the topic Yukti 2.0, which is a part of 3-day online awareness-cum-training program regarding several academic scheme of AICTE quality initiatives. So we will start from the Yukti 2.0. Basically, it is a initiative of Government of India, Ministry of Education, and this is implemented by Innovation and AICTE to build a system of repository of idea, innovation, and a startup developed in academic institutions. Basically, Yukti, it is a national innovation repository with the help of which we provide or we can nurture innovations by offering continuous support in terms of one-to-one mentorship, grant assistance, referral and linkage with incubation unit, connecting with venture capital investors network and knowledge agency. This Yukti 2.0, it is a extension of Yukti, that is Young India combating COVID with knowledge, technology.
Excuse me, sir, Bhaskara sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, your slides are not you're not able to see your slides.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, now it is visible. Full screen.
It's visible. Change is
Yes,
visible
it
or
is
not,
visible.
ma'am?
Yes, sir, it is visible. Sir, make it full screen, sir.
Full screen, ma'am. Okay, continue. So Yukti 2.0, it is a extension of Yukti, that is Young India combating COVID with knowledge, technology, and innovation, which was earlier launched in April 2020. So Yukti 2.0, it is relaunched on 23 June 2020, basically with the help of Ministry of Human Resource Development. The aim of this Yukti 2.0 is to initiate the help to assimilate technology having commercial potential and informations related to incubated startup in higher education institutions. If we talk about the key points of Yukti 2.0, so this program is inaugurated by or launched by then HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. The focus of this Yukti 2.0 is creating a national database of technology and innovation along with their commercialization potential, and also the startup from our academic institute. With this initiative, a student, faculty member, startups, and other stakeholder of higher education institutions can register on the Yukti portal and share their innovations and technology. This initiative is in line with the government Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign, and it will help in fostering the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the Indian academic institutions. Then it will, if we talk about the significance of this Yukti 2.0, so it will improvise the innovation ecosystem of the country and assist the government in formulating policy that can promote and enhance innovations and technology in the country. This initiative will also support the startup and technology from academic institutions and strengthen entrepreneurship in India. Through Yukti 2.0, your entrepreneurs shall be brought in contact with mentors and investors to take their innovation a step ahead. If we talk about the diagram or flow charts of the innovations, 360-degree innovation support or 360-degree startup support. So with the help of this diagram, we can easily understand how this process can appears or happen. So for the innovation support or for the innovations achievement, first of all, we have to find the potential student innovators or entrepreneurs from the IIC networks. So these potential student will formulate a problem or simply find or identify the problem by doing the field visits or some experience they have. So after problem identifications, then problem statement and problem formulations or solution development field steps are there. Then the third step is development of proof of concepts and validation. This can be achieved through the design thinking workshop. Then from the development of proof of concepts, we go to the selection of best POC among the available development of proof of concepts. And then we again give workshop on IPR. By doing workshop on IPR, we can identify the IP component, and then there is a prototype development, and then final selection of base prototype. This base prototype is nominated by the college on the AIC portal. AIC portal. AIC portal. Then this best nominated prototype will go to the startup sections in the regional monitoring sessions. Here many prototypes comes from the different regions, and then this regional prototype will go to the national level bootcamp and exhibition, and finally we provide incubation linkage and funding, and this overall Indian startup ecosystem will work. Then the next point is, how will the innovations reach out to the world? So under Yukti, all the registers and valuable innovations will be promoted through various means. The means are: access shall be provided for networking, event and platform, an opportunity to pitch the proposal in front of various investors shall be provided. The applicant will get access to the repository to know more about the technology and interdisciplinary domain. And for the incubation of technology, funding support will also be provided after a selection process. Then the benefit of IIC institutions is the data entered in the Yukti NIR, that is National Information Repository, will act as an input for Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievement. It will also help in higher educational institutions in benchmarking innovations and startup practices and setting target by taking it as a key performance indicator and setting direction and bigger vision for the institute to become innovative and entrepreneurial. Reward and recognition of the higher educational institution.
Some technical issue. Now I would like to invite our Associate Professor Dr. Rajeev Kant sir. Sir, please share your thoughts on Six Sigma.
Yeah, thank you, Jayanti madam. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. So first of all, good afternoon to everyone, and my hearty greetings to the honorable patrons of the event, Tarsim Singh sir and SP Singh sir, convener Dr. Priyadarshi Jaruhar sir and Dr. Vikas Gosal sir, coordinator of the program Sapan sir, faculty and students of this institute, and other participants of this Awareness-cum-Training program. Well, I'm thankful to the organizers for giving me a chance to speak on one of the most competitive quality and assurance techniques, Six Sigma. Just let me share my presentation. Yeah. Everyone can see my presentation? Anyone, please?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay, fine.
You can continue.
So Six Sigma is one of the philosophy that is evolved by Americans. Most of the quality techniques have been evolved by the Japanese, but this is one of the very few techniques which are evolved by Americans. So what is Six Sigma? Already I told it is a quality assurance technique. So it is a quality improvement methodology which focuses on reducing variations in the processes, not on the products, and thus preventing deficiencies or defects in the products. It is a practical application of statistical tools, means here we use statistics like normal curve. It is a benchmark for product and process capability because it demonstrates quality levels at 99.9997%. That is 3.4 unsatisfactory results out of 1 million executions. And earlier it was basically implemented in manufacturing industry, but now it has been implemented in almost all the sectors, and especially more than 90% of the Fortune 500 companies. Now I'm coming to evolution of Six Sigma. Already I told it was developed, or it was given by the Americans. It was first given or implemented by Motorola Corporation in 1980s. And it was basically established on two beliefs. One is old belief and second is new belief. The old belief was like high quality will be incurring high cost. Why? Because here we were focusing effects on the products. But in the new belief, the high quality can be done on low cost, because here we are focusing on the manufacturing process. So in product, what happens? We again go for the rework if there is any defect on the product. But in the manufacturing process, we try to manufacture the product in the first attempt. And here the idea of implementation was to set a steep quantity target for all the processes and then break each processes into smaller and smaller sequences, then each of which could be examined for their potential for errors, and it could be modified to eliminate that potential. Now coming to mathematics of Six Sigma. The sigma is basically standard deviation, and this standard deviation is meant for the measurement of the deviation of the process from the mean value. Either it is negative or in positive direction. So sigma is used to designate the distribution or spread of any process about the mean or about the average. It indicates how well the process is performing. Higher the sigma value, better the process. Sigma measures the capability of the process to perform defect-free work. In fact, this 6 sigma defines the process capability. And as sigma value increases, the cycle time will go down. And once the cycle time will go down, we don't have to go on rework on the defective product. The cost will be automatically down. Now coming to mathematics of this 6 sigma. So this 6 sigma relies on the normal distribution. Already I mentioned in the first slide that it is based on statistical tools. So here, as you can see, the normal distribution curve, and the steep, the top one is, or the middle one is the average, which is our specification. And when we are going to produce anything, the machine will produce the materials which may have some deviation from this from the given specification. Okay? And you can see, if the normal distribution is being narrowed, then what will happen? If it is narrowed on 2, then we will have 3,08,537 piece defective. If we are going for 3, yani ki 1.5 plus and 1.5 minus, then we will have 66,811 pieces defective per million. I'm talking about pieces per million here. Similarly, when we are widening the normal distribution curve up to 6, means -3 and +3, then it will be 3.4 pieces per million. So here what do? We fix the process in between ±3 sigma. So it will be total 6 sigma. So that the -3 sigma will be implicated to lower limits, and the +3 sigma will be implicated to the upper limit of the specification. Now I'm coming to what are the various application area of the 6 sigma. So earlier 6 sigma was limited to manufacturing and production industries, but with its increasing popularity, it is going to be implemented in other sectors like healthcare, supply chain, construction, organization management. And already I have mentioned few applications or few things like in healthcare, reducing medication errors, reducing time in medical testing and reports. For supply chain and logistics, delivering the right thing at the right place in right time. You might have heard Dabbawala in Mumbai. That is one of the best example, best case study of 6 sigma. Then construction, like improving the finish quality, reducing the project delay, and then organization management. Now implementation of Six Sigma. So there are total 5 phases of Six Sigma. One is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Phase 1, define. So here we define the problem, like what do you want to improve, what is your goal, and here we define the process. Which process is critical for the quality, what customers want, and what is their priority. So based on the priority of the customers, we decide which process we need to rectify or modify. Then measure. Here we measure the performance of the process and the defects, variations, and the defect rates in the process. So for this we do process mapping. Then we identify key factors that influence the process. Then we define what kind of data we need to collect. We collect the data and then we perform analysis on this data. Now analyze. In this analyze phase, we analyze the data, and for this we have different kind of tools like chi-square, ANOVA method. So there are many things that depends on the suitability of this data. After that, we go for bar chart, Pareto chart, scatter diagram. So based on the analysis, we draw this kind of bar chart, Pareto chart, so that we define the relation diagram. Then we formulate a hypothesis and we test this hypothesis for further improve. So here we identify means to remove causes of the defects. So first of all, we confirm the key variables and then quantify the effects on the process. Then identify maximum acceptable ranges for the key variables and the system to measure deviations of the variables. Then we modify the process to stay within the acceptable ranges. Then 5, control. Here we have to maintain the improvement. So it is just like reverting back to the old way. And for this we do different type of exercises like control charts, audit plan. So these are the things that we perform for maintaining the improvement. I'm going to present a case study here. Six Sigma, application of Six Sigma in education. So basically education and Six Sigma both are somewhat not seems compatible with each other, but still there are few things that we can relate with this methodology. So there are 5 phases that we have, that I have put up here. First of all, define. So read carefully the syllabus of the subject, whatever things we have to study in the subject. Then collect study materials such as notes, textbooks, and digital media resources. Learn the format and portions of the syllabus for exams. Then measure. Take a pre-test prior to the exams using the existing sample questions. Now coming to third phase, analyze. Like what were the results? Was there enough time to comprehend and attempt all the questions? Do I need to give certain areas of subjects more time? What about when and where I studied? Did it have any bearing on my results? Is there any need of improvement? So this was analyze phase. Now coming to fourth phase, that is improvement or improve. Talk to the teachers for improving the weakened area of the subject. There are many things here which we can implement for improvement in the study. Then find a better place to study. Like if you want to Like if you find any improvement when we change the place of study, then change your timetable for study, use different techniques to retain more information, or do we need, or shall we create a new study plan? Then coming to last phase, control. Like when the study strategy consistently yields positive results, increase tests, create a master control plan. This ensures a continued improvement in terms of knowledge gained to sustain the success throughout each course, create scheduled checkpoints for recalling and reviewing the information learned. These are some references that I have taken for my presentation. So now finishing my PPT.
Thank you, sir, for giving such valuable insights on Six Sigma. Now
Okay,
I
now-
request our yes, sir.
Thank you.
Now
Thanks.
okay. Now I request our next speaker, Professor Sapan Dutta, sir, to share his view on 5S methodology.
Thank you, Jayanti ma'am, for inviting me. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries. I am Sapan Dutta, coordinator of this program. I heartily welcome our chief patron, Sri Tarsem Singh sir, Honorable President of GGES, our patron Sri SP Singh sir, Honorable Secretary of GGES, our Director sir, and also Principal Convener of this program, Professor Dr. Priyadarshi Jaruhar sir, our convener of this program, Professor Dr. Vikas Ghosal sir, our administrative officer, Professor Pallavi Prasad ma'am, our all the deans, all the HODs, and all the teacher and my dear student. I welcome to all of you the second day of online awareness-cum-training program regarding several academic scheme of AICTE. Today, I give the presentation on 5S. Okay. 5S is a Japanese concept for organizing workspace so that work can be performed efficiently, effectively, and safely. This system focuses on putting everything where it belongs and keeping the work space and workshop clean, which makes it easier for people to do their jobs without any wasting the time. Okay, this 5S is made of 5 Japanese words which start from letter S. First S is stand for seri. In English, it is known as short or shortening. Second S is stand for shion, set in order. Shisho is stand for shine. Fourth S is stand for Shiketsu, standardize. Fifth is Shitsuke, stand for sustain. Now, the first page or first S is stand sheri, is known as shortening. I written here the punchline: segregate the unwanted and wanted items. The first phase of the 5S methodology is short. Short represent removing or eliminating unnecessary items such as outdated material and broken equipment which is not needed in the workspace. The main benefit of short is to increase the productivity and efficiency by saving time. In this picture, you clearly know what is the need and what is the unwanted items. So we have to segregate unwanted and wanted items. Next is set in order. Set in order represent arranging items and identifying their location so that they can be easy to find and use when needed without wasting the time. Arranging items by the other function, dimension, and purpose enable us to use them equally when needed. Arranging items according to their use make workflow easier. So you can see in figure, if you are putting the everything in their respective places, so we can save our time, which helps to increase your productivity and anything more. Okay, next is the third S stand for seesaw. Its English meaning is shine. The key sentence is clean your work area and maintain. Sign represent cleaning the work site, equipments and tool regularly and removing dirt and dust from the workspace. Cleaning activity is necessary for health and safety, and it should be a regular activity. Clean work environment motivate the employees also and prevent them from accident. The next four is standardize. The standardize involve setting up a standard and developing a specification of 5S implementation. Every process should have a standard, and high standard should be maintained in the workplace. Everybody in the work environment should be aware of their responsibility and performing the first 3S: shortening, organizing, and cleaning. Regularly using audit and control checklists are the essential component of the standardized process. So we have to applying this, and the third S is stand for sustain. Sustain represent to have a long-term and continuous improvement system. Responsibility should be established and maintain. The team meeting should be held regularly. Audit and training should be done regularly. The main goal of this process is to maintain the 5S principle in the work environment. Now, what are the benefits of 5S when we are adopting or applying in our workplace? First is reduce direct cost and indirect cost. It's also help to create safer environment. It also be help to create a clean work environment. It increase your efficiency in your organization, improve employee and customer satisfaction, increase floor space. You get more space for another work or useful work. Provide a clean and safe work environment. Reduce equipment breakdown. So this is about the 5S and their meanings of all the S's and the ideal the benefit of 5S. So according to a student point of view, I want to say one thing. Something in our life, we are read much more things in our BTech program, but some subject or some topics are which is really means a lot in your life. I think one of the is 5S. Okay, if the student apply in their life, it will be changed or get more effective things in their life, because if you are number one in your life, you will be best. But if you are only one in your life, then you will be unique. So you utilize your time, and this is about the whole about the times and how you are standardize your work, your job, your goals. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sapan Dutta, sir. It is very valuable information that is given by you. Now I request all the participants to kindly turn on your video.
Sir, आप आ जाइए.
Now I request Professor Manoj Mehta sir to give vote of thanks. Manoj Mehta sir.
Sir, unmute yourself. Sir, unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Anupriya, ma'am?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, okay. Warm good afternoon to everyone. I'm Manoj Kumar from Mechanical Engineering Department. It has been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful program. On behalf of the organizations, I would like to extend my gratitude to our Chief Patron, Sri Tarsim Singh Sir, Honorable President, GGS. Our Patron, Sri SP Singh Sir, Honorable Secretary, GGS. I would like to express our sincere thanks to Director Sir and Principal Convener, Dr. Pirdesi Zaruhar Sir. I am also very grateful to Convener of this program, Professor Dr. Vikas Gosal Sir. I extend my thanks to Professor Dr. A.P. Burnwal Sir for giving information about NSS. I would like to take this opportunity to our heartily thanks to Professor Bhaskara Sir for giving informations about Yukti 2.0. And I am immensely thanks to Professor Dr. Rajeev Sir for giving valuable information on Six Sigma and their application in industries. I am heartily thankful to coordinator of this program, Professor Sapan Dutta, for presenting his view on 5S methodology. I would like to give a special thanks to the team, Professor Mahmood Alam sir for his support, Professor Anupriya ma'am and Professor Jayanti ma'am for anchoring, Professor Apurva ma'am for Saraswati Bandana, Professor Tej Bahadur Singh and Mr. Anil Kumar Singh for IT support. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Manoj sir. Sir, Director sir, I seek permission to leave the session. We will meet tomorrow for the third day session.
Okay, yes, Professor Anupriya, madam, it was an excellent presentation. Yes, we can over for today.
Thank you everyone for participating. We will meet tomorrow for the last day session.